Good afternoon, Pep.
Hi.
Pep, first of all, if I could ask you your understanding of what's happened with Sergio Aguero this week and how he's been since he's got back here at the training ground.
Yeah, good morning. He arrived 2 days ago, and he make with the doctor the control. He's perfect. He was unconscious all the time with Argentina, and he's okay. So nothing to be worried.
So you expect him to take a full part in training and then be available for selection?
Yeah, definitely.
It was almost a year ago, wasn't it, that you went to Leicester and had that 4-2 defeat. You and your team took a lot of criticism after the game. Was that the lowest point in your time here?
Yeah, for the tackles. Yeah, I remember that. One of the lowest, yeah. Yeah, it was not easy. After 3 minutes, 2-0 down, and especially as well because Leicester is it's a so complicated team for the way they play with runs in behind with Barry, with Okazaki is a fighter, with of course now with Kelechi, but with Albrinton, with Gray, with Mares. These are guys still they have in his skin the way they play the way they were champion with Claudio Ranieri. So they play compact, and every mistake you can see, they punish you because they attack so well in just 3-4 seconds. They create the chances. It's always as complicated in the teams like us when we defend so high, and when there are a lot of space in our back, and that's why we have to play intelligent. It's one of the toughest games we have, especially after international break. Always is difficult, but international break is always more complicated. Go to Leicester. And it's so important to settle to a start in the right way.
And by contrast then, given that was a year ago, is this about as good as you've ever had it here on this record-breaking run, record-breaking start to the Premier League?
It's not about the breakers and the breaks. It's not about to look for these kind of things. So what you have to understand in football is that we can do better and we can improve. It's not. I'm not here to search in the magnificence and something like that. We are here to do better than the day before, and we made a very good things the last 2 months. So I'm so glad against Arsenal what we have done, with a lot of mistakes we have done, but what we have done, because we cannot forget we came from a tough game in Napoli. Just 3-4 days later to play against Arsenal is always complicated, and we did it. But we can do better. So what I feel is that still we have a lot of things we can do better. Okay, so we analyze just the results. It's not discussion, so it's perfect because in 2 months we won all the games in all competitions. But in terms of playing and knowing what is going to happen in December, and the schedule, we have 40 games in 48 days, so it's tough for everybody, but for us as well. So we have to improve. We have to improve to control better in some situations and keep going with that level in terms of results.
Hi, Pep. Fabian Delph and Raheem Sterling were missing for England. How are they? Are they fit for tomorrow?
Fabian Delph, I don't know if will be able, because training in 4 training sessions he trained 2 and the other 2 could not training. So yesterday could not train. So we will see. Hopefully we can recover him because it's so important for us in that position. Mendy, we cannot forget, is 6 months out. And Reich had big problems in the last period. So he played the last 2 games with a lot of pain in his back, a lot. And he made a huge effort to play in Napoli and against Arsenal. And but it's much better. Hopefully he can be fit for tomorrow.
Is it a big concern, Sterling? Is it a long-term thing?
Or? No. He training. He rest a little bit in this period, but the last 2 games he played, he was in trouble. But now he's much better than before.
And also, you'll be without Otamendi tomorrow. Does Vinny come into the reckoning to replace him, or have you made up your mind to who's going to come in?
Yeah, of course. I have something in my mind to replace him. Ota cannot play. We have Manga. We have maybe Company can come back. We will see. So You have another option, of course. Kyle can play in central defender. Fernandinho can play in that position. So you have not natural positions like Kyle and Dino, but you have an option.
Hi, Pep. After the Arsenal game, Arsene Wenger made some strong comments about Raheem Sterling. What were your thoughts on that?
No comments. It's Leicester, the most important thing. It was 1 century ago what happened against Arsenal, so it was 2 weeks ago. So we're going to focus in Leicester. That is the best way to prepare our games.
Stand up, please. Hi, Guardiola. I'm from Brazilian Media, TV Globo, and we are here to do a special story of Fernandinho's life, actually. Sorry, change subject. And we'd like to know, as former holding midfielder, what kind of skills and qualities you see in Fernandinho. And we will also want to hear from you what you said last season about how important it would be have more Fernandinhos at the team.
Yeah, so he always played with us in the period we were together, so he's a so important player for us. Physically, his physicality is no doubts about that. He can play with 2, with 1. He's so intelligent, can play in 10 positions. Last season playing in the fullback many times. So that's why when one guy with his level accepts that, you have to be a nice guy. It's important to create a good teams where you are not a good guys in the team. So, and he's one of them. And I think in like a holding midfielder now, he understands much more, understand his position, to know where are the spaces to attack with the ball. He's a fundamental player for us, and with Brazil will be. So I'm happy to have him a lot.
Do you think if he's one of the best holding midfielders
Yeah.
in the world?
Yeah, right now, no doubts about that. Yeah, he's one of the best.
Hi, Pep. This week, Dani Alves, a player that you know very well, said that Gabriel Jesus is the new Ronaldo. What's your opinion on that comparison?
Not yet. He has absolutely everything to become one of the best strikers in the world, but he's so young still, has a lot of things to improve. It's not yet, but we are here to try to help him.
Afternoon, Pep. I hope you're well. I want to ask you a question, please, about Victor Vázquez, who you worked with at Barcelona in the B team and the A team. He's now doing very well, one of the best players this year in America and Canada with Toronto FC. Can you talk to me about what he was like when you coached him and how proud you are of what he's become given his injury problems over the years?
Yeah, it was my first year like a manager in second team Barcelona. It was a lucky moment for me to have him. So he's one of the best talent players I ever seen. It's true, after going to Belgium, always he fought about his injured problems, but I think now in the last period is more settled. So I'm so happy, so still is playing. It's a generation from Messi, Cesc Fabregas. He played together in Barcelona in the academy. The group, it was, the people speak about that group, that generation of players were outstanding. Gerard Piqué, Messi, Fabregas, Victor Vázquez played together in that period, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy still playing and playing a high level and in the States, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad because he's a very nice guy. It was good. I didn't know how good he's playing, so I'm happy he's playing good. So happy.
Hi Pep, just a quick one. On Monday night, Phil Foden won Rising Star of the Year award at the Northwest Football Awards. Where is he in terms of his Manchester City development, in terms of you and becoming that rising star?
Before rising a star, rising a player, a good player, and after we became a star. So, but deserved this award. So the best player in the World Cup under 17. So he's part of the group. He's training with us every day. So when he's involved with us, training with us, not with the second team, but he's not going to move this season. Not long in January. He's going to stay all the season with us because we feel we're going to need him, and maybe he's going to play. So because he has all the skills to help us. Hopefully can help us in the future in that club to achieve what we want.